Welcome to today's episode of Traders Market Map, guys. My name is Patrick Ray. So I've been getting a lot of messages from people asking, Ray, what is the future of cryptocurrency? What's going on in the crypto market? So based on that, I decided to put this video together where I'm going to be dissecting the crypto market. So we are going to be looking at Bitcoin, we are going to be looking at Solana, we are going to be looking at Ethereum and every other cryptocurrencies. So let's see what we have coming on each of these cryptocurrencies in the coming weeks and months. And also, if you have any specific cryptocurrency you want us to look into, do well to put it in the comment section and we'll definitely work on it on our next video. So right now, let's move over to the chart and see what we have for each of this market. So let's go. Right here we have Bitcoin. Looking at what we have in Bitcoin, as of when the year closed here, I actually predicted this sale. I have it on my Twitter. I'm going to put a screenshot of this when I did it last year, December. So I predicted this market to sell to $70,000 and then to going below $50,000. And it's already happening here. So now looking at what's happening here, I don't really want to play too much on the yearly time frame. So let's just move over to the monthly time frame. So what do we have in the monthly time frame? This market is obviously bullish on the monthly time frame, just like as you can see. But then it could actually be in an overbought situation because based on what is happening in the market generally, we are supposed to probably have a proper deep retracement to this level. So if I'm to pull out my Fibonacci, let's see, swing low to swing high, you'd see that no, I don't think the settings is correct. Or is it correct? I'm not sure it's correct. Let me use the other tool. Let me use the proper tool. So now using here, okay, I think it's correct. Using here to here, we could see that this market is actually overbought. So that's to say, based on the current market condition, we are supposed to have a deeper retracement. And looking at this, price has not invalidated this last low, which means on the monthly time frame, Bitcoin is still very much bullish. But I don't really buy into this bullishness because I feel like Bitcoin is going to go below this level based on what I'm seeing on the yearly time frame. I might not be able to explain in details on what I'm seeing in the yearly time frame, but looking at what's happening here, we are looking at breaking this particular low and selling below $74,000. Yes, that is my projection. So now coming to the weekly time frame, we could see that price is actually it might not be necessarily clear here, but let's just go to the daily time frame. I think that should be the last time frame for our directional bias. So looking at what's happening on the daily time frame, what can we see? We could see a downtrend. This is obviously a downtrend, and I'm very sure a lot of persons wanted to sell, buy from here to the upside, but I just knew that this market was going to sell. Power of technical analysis. Based on what I've seen on a higher time frame, it gives me a directional bias clear in my head, knowing fully well that this was going to sell. Yes, I shorted from this level here. I think I saw my entry from this level here, and this was my stop loss. I had my stop loss on this level here. Oh yes. So this was actually a swing trade on my end. I have my targets here. So now next level target for Bitcoin is $75,000. Why am I pegging it at $75,000? That's because Bitcoin is still selling to the downside. So due to the fact that it's selling to the downside, all you have to do is to just go on your lower time frames, 4 hours, 1 hour. I take my entries on the 4 hours and 1 hour time frame. Just go on your lower time frame, look for whichever entry model you trade, and look for your setup selling to that level. So now you heard it here first, guys. Next level target for Bitcoin is $75,000. So let's move over to Ethereum. So looking at Ethereum, let's go to the monthly time frame. And yes, if you have to map up structure correctly, you would see that price created a low here, a low, a high, a low, and price is yet to create a proper high because Normally price was supposed to like break the structure aggressively, but looking at what's happening here, price is not actually breaking the structure aggressively. So this structure is, it's actually resisting this trend for continuation. So based on all of these things happening, if you're a price action trader, you know that this is I don't want to give it all of those pattern names, yeah, due to the fact that most of us don't really trade those concepts again, and it's actually old school, I'll put it that way. But then this is actually like giving us a triple top pattern, and a triple top pattern is actually a reversal pattern for those of you that trade price action concept. But I don't really trade price action concept, but looking at the fact that most of us still trade that, this is like a triple top pattern. So whenever you spot a triple top pattern, that signals that the market is about to reverse, right? So now looking at what's happening on the monthly time frame, we have this, and we have this. What is that telling us? That telling us that Ethereum is about to go to the downside. So ladies and gentlemen, coming to the weekly time frame, we could see that yes, the price is beginning to trend to the downside. So ladies and gentlemen, the next level target for Ethereum is $2,000. Yes, next level target $2,000. Once price breaks this particular level aggressively, we are looking at selling to the downside. So this is what we are expecting on the long run. We are expecting price to come down, break here aggressively, come here, and continue. It's as simple as that. You don't have to like overcomplicate it. So now if you are, sorry, I don't like this chart, looks really messy right now. So now if you are a day trader or a swing trader, you should understand that Ethereum is selling down to $2,000. So what are you supposed to do now as a trader? You are supposed to scale down to the lower time frame. It could be the daily time frame, it could be the 4 hours time frame, the 1 hour time frame. I usually do not trade below the 1 hour time frame. Then you look for your entry setup and write it all the way down. I've given you an expo of the proper directional bias. You will never get this free information anywhere on YouTube, and I'm giving it out for free. All you need to do now is to go on your chart, look for setups that is going to sell to $2,000. That is just what you need to do, my guys. Nothing too serious. So just go on your chart, look for setups, whichever entry model you trade, SMCs, price action, I don't know, whichever entry model you use to take your trades. Look for an entry model and sell it down to $2,000. Big Ray says so. So let's move over to the last one, which is Solana. What do we have in Solana? So this is okay. All right. So this is actually coming out clearer than I expected. So now this is the monthly time frame for Solana. So if I'm to draw my trend lines, you can see that price has invalidated a trend line. But price invalidating a trend line is not a yardstick for a change in market direction, right? But now looking at what is happening on the monthly time frame, we could see I thought I had this tool here on my, sorry, hold on guys. Okay, let me just put it back on. Looking at what we have here, what can we spot? This is the neck, this is the head, and this is the other side of the shoulder. What is this? This is a proper reversal pattern. So what are we expecting? We are expecting this market to dump. Yo guys, this market is going to be dumping real hard from this moment. So you have to be careful. If you have your investment in most of these crypto assets, you just have to be extra careful because it's actually dumping to the downside. So now scaling down to the weekly time frame, we could see that it's actually on a downtrend. This is break of structure validated here. We should have a continuous movement to the downside. So ladies and gentlemen, next level target is we have this as a next level target, $94, And we have the next one here, $80. So ladies and gentlemen, guys, looking at what's happening currently on the market, the next level target for Solana is $90. And once it break $90 aggressively, then we are going to go down to selling to $80 to $70. Now what you are supposed to do now, guys, as traders, is to go on your lower time frame. Daily, it could be daily, it could be 4 hours, it could be whichever time frame, it could be 1 minute, but I don't really advise traders to trade on 1 minute time frame, because like, why are you going below 4 hours time frame? But that's less for you to decide. So just go on a lower time frame and sell this thing down to $94. Simple. I'm here to make the whole thing easy for you. And the funny thing is that I'm always right 9 out of 10 times, because if you go over to my previous projections of cryptocurrencies, they are always right 9 out of 10 times. So guys, don't play with this information. So next level target for Solana is $94 and also $80. So do well with this information, and we'll see you in the next video. Also, if you have a particular crypto you want us to analyze, do well to put it in the comment section and we'll work on it on the next video. Thank you, and let's grow together.